Mark Zuckerberg survives 2 relentless days of grilling from Congress. Trump believes he has the power to fire special counsel Robert Mueller. Canada invests the second most in Mexico. And Volkswagen considers replacing chief executive Matthias Mueller. Hello and welcome to today's edition of Mexico News Network's Breaking News Business. I'm Elliot Bullman. Let's go to the information. On Tuesday and Wednesday, Facebook's chief executive testified in front of a rare US Senate Joint Committee hearing. The subject? Facebook's mounting scandals, from the misappropriation of up to 87 million users' profile data by Cambridge Analytica to Russia's use of the platform to spread propaganda and misinformation. He said this is an arms race and they're going to keep getting better. Mr. Zuckerberg was answering questions in the wake of the Cambridge Analytica data collection scandal. And he also revealed Robert Mueller, the special counsel investigating alleged Russian meddling in the 2016 election, had interviewed Facebook staff. Zuckerberg said he's not been among those interviewed by Mr. Mueller's office. But he added, "Our work with the special counsel is confidential, and I want to make sure that in an open session, I'm not revealing something that's confidential." Mr. Zuckerberg said the company was now developing new tools to identify fake accounts. There are people in Russia whose job it is to try to exploit our systems and other internet systems and other systems as well. We need to invest in getting better at this too. The Facebook chief executive fended off questions from senators about how the social network might be regulated more closely. Senator John Kennedy warned him, "I don't want to have to vote to regulate Facebook, but by God I will. That depends on you. Your user agreement sucks." When pressed, the 33-year-old billionaire tech titan said he would welcome regulation if it was the right regulation, though he avoided specifics. During the hearing, Mr. Zuckerberg also said that it's clear now that he didn't do enough to prevent these tools from being used for harm. In retrospect, it was clearly a mistake to believe Cambridge Analytica deleted data without further examination. Other highlights from the hearing were that he doesn't feel like Facebook has a monopoly and that there would always be a free version of Facebook, leaving open the possibility of a paid, ad-free version of the social network. He said that he's personally concerned about the possibility of political bias at the company. By the first break in proceedings of the first day, Facebook's share price had risen by almost 5% as markets reacted favorably to Mr. Zuckerberg's performance, increasing his net worth by an estimated $3 billion. In other news, the White House signaled that it believes President Donald Trump has the authority to fire special counsel Robert Mueller, a day after the FBI's raid at the offices of Trump's longtime personal attorney, Michael Cohen. Asked by a reporter whether Trump believes that firing Mueller was within his power, White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders said on Tuesday that he certainly believes he has the power to do so. She said that, "I think the president has been clear that he thinks that this has gone too far," she said. And on Monday, Trump railed against the FBI's raid and called the incident a disgraceful situation. The FBI acted on a tip from the special counsel and took some records related to the $130,000 non-disclosure payment Cohen made to the adult film actress Stormy Daniels shortly before the 2016 US presidential election. Investigators also seized a computer, phone, personal financial records, and attorney-client communications. "I have this witch hunt constantly going on," Trump said during a military leadership meeting on Monday, according to a press pool report. "It's an attack on our country, what we all stand for." Trump called Cohen a good man and labeled the special counsel Robert Mueller's team as the most conflicted group of people I've ever seen. Trump previously said he was looking forward to talking with Mueller, but more recently, he's left the possibility open of firing him. Trump has bristled at the special counsel's Russia investigation and has called it a politically biased witch hunt and a hoax. Trump could order Mueller's dismissal, but he would not be able to fire him directly unless he ordered the repeal of the special counsel regulations adopted in 1999, according to former acting Solicitor General Neil Katyal. Trump could also order Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein to fire Mueller at the cost of some political capital. Moving on. Canada ranks second as a buyer of Mexican products and the sixth largest supplier in Mexico, informed Pro-Mexico's chief executive Paul Carreño King. By participating in the CanCham Day 2018, organized by the Canadian Chamber of Commerce in Mexico, he said that only the commercial exchange added more to $21 billion during 2017. Between 1999 and 2017, he said the amount of foreign investment in Mexico totaled more than $33,000 billion, with companies such as Bombardier, Magna, and Scotiabank, to name but a few. Meanwhile, the accumulated investment of Mexico in Canada was led by companies such as Bimbo, Grupo Alfa, Mabe, Mexichem, and Softec during 2016. The event was headed by the president of CanCham Mexico, Armando Ortega, and together with officials and businessmen, he shared his vision about the bilateral relationship between the two countries. There, topics were discussed on the challenges and opportunities in innovation, trade, investment, education, and bilateral finance. In other headlines, Volkswagen has said that Chief Executive Matthias Müller could be replaced as part of a management shake-up. The scandal-hit German carmaker said it was considering further evolving the leadership structure. Mr. Müller became Volkswagen chief executive in September 2015, following the diesel emissions scandal. German reports suggested that Volkswagen brand chief Herbert Diess would replace him, but the firm said no decision has yet been made. The company said Chairman Hans-Dieter Putsch had been talking to members of the supervisory and executive boards about moving or replacing some of them, adding that Mr. Müller signaled he was open to play a part in the changes. Mr. Müller, a former chief executive of Volkswagen subsidiary Porsche, replaced Martin Winterkorn. Winterkorn had resigned following the Dieselgate scandal in 2015, when the firm admitted it had manipulated 11 million diesel vehicles worldwide to evade regulatory emissions tests. Mr. Müller has presided over a wide-ranging restructuring of the company and its 12 brands. However, in May of 2017, prosecutors in Stuttgart said they were investigating the Volkswagen boss over suspicions he may have known about the diesel cheating before it became public. This was all for today. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Elliot Bullman. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and log on to MexicoNewsNetwork.com for more information on Mexico and the world. Until next time.